Hey guys, today we're going to review Motodrome. Now, the thing I like about this set is it's Carrera's best value set for analog, so you get a lot of stuff in it. You get, obviously, the biggest draw of the set is going to be the two by 30 bank turns included in it. And by two, I mean two sets of bank turns. Usually these are about $85 a piece, and typically in a starter set, you'll get the sharpest turn possible. These ones are turns you're actually going to want. That's, one of the reasons if you want to do analog racing, you should buy this. I'm going to show here a different layout you can make with this set if you don't have the room for a giant triangle. And as Amanda will tell you, this giant triangle is very large.
Oh yeah, it is huge. Billy had to figure out a way to put it in our basement.
We don't have a small basement. We have a large basement. This is an open concept home. Like, it's a single story home, so the basement doesn't have as many support walls. So you better believe that when I'm showing you this picture, understand this is gonna be enough track for most people. Now, the other good thing about this is that they are the same car but different colors. So, I'm not saying one car can't be faster than another car, but I'm saying the handling is going to be the same. And they're about the same speed. What did you think about these particular cars, Amanda?
They were nice. They seemed to handle well.
Yeah, they're not going to be the fastest cars. Like, they're not going to beat the DTMs, those small DTM cars, but they are a great beginner car. I think they're very forgiving because of the weight on them. Like, some cars are just terrible, you know what I mean? These cars aren't terrible. They're nice beginner cars. Like, you're going to probably want, if you're going to be racing your buddies and your buddies are going to use more modern cars, you're going to have to buy some more modern cars. But definitely, these are definitely going to be enjoyable by everybody. Like, they are very good at staying on the track. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Oh, and one last thing. You're going to notice in this video, or the video I'm already shown, that the wings are off. Do that. You can pop the wings off of Carrera cars. You can also pop the mirrors off Carrera cars. If you enjoy keeping pieces and not having your very expensive, cars that came in your $300 set broken, I suggest popping those off right away.
Otherwise, they are still very durable.
Yeah, so other than the small pieces, these cars could definitely take a beating. Now, this is something you loved. There's a big challenge in these bank turns with the forced crossover pieces.
I did not know they came with forced lane changes. So when I first did it, I was like, wait, what just happened here?
She wasn't looking at the track. So these cars are big enough. You guys are probably used to the forced lane changers from smaller scale slot cars. But because these cars are so bigger and they're slower than the small ones, you can actually time it so that you can avoid hitting each other. Of course, you can also be a jerk and hit each other. That's your prerogative, however you want to play with this.
Again, they are durable, so they will take a beating, and it was still fun when we crashed.
And that happened a couple times. But it's just a challenge because you really should have these right before the turn with a straight after, like it is in the plans, because that gives the car a chance to kind of straighten up before the curve. And believe me, when you're at the top lane and you go down the forced lane change section, you feel the weight of that car, and its butt wants to go out. And if that car hits the ground, you're done. Like, the second the tail even touches the ground, it's just gonna de-slot. But you have to have enough speed to make it over the actual curve itself, because you can't go slow on a bank curve, but you can't go too fast over the forced lane change. And that's where I think a lot of the fun of this set is held. Now, I'm going to say this. Okay, I'm going to say this. This is not worth buying for a digital layout. If you have a digital layout, I've had a couple people ask me, because they love the look of the cars and everything, and they love the bank turns, can I just get this and add this to my digital layout? The thing is, buying these, I'm going to say a pack, like 2 packs of 4 straights, because this thing technically has 9 straights. You're not going to use the forced lane changers in a digital layout. It's just not going to happen. I made a video of me really disliking this track piece, and I changed my mind for the analog for the oval layouts. I think that this is actually a good addition. Typically, I don't like them, But you definitely are not going to use them in digital. It's completely pointless. You can change your lanes at will with digital on the lane change pieces, so you're not going to be using these. So, and there's also the analog base that comes with it, and I'm sure some people are going to want to argue in the comments, well, you could just modify the base to be a regular piece of track. I don't want to do that. Do you want to do that?
I don't know logistics, so
it involves cutting.
Oh.
I'm not gonna do that, guys. I'm sorry. So really, you're getting the 8 pieces of track and 2 bank turns. Comes out to 280. The set itself costs 300. Just buy your 2 bank turns if you really want them for your digital layout. And do not think for a second you should add in the value of these cars, because your analog slot cars are not going to work on digital. If you wanted to use these 2 cars on a digital layout, it's going to cost you another $100.
Just the chipping.
Yeah, you have to chip both the cars. A chip's $50 a pop. You're looking at an extra $100. And remember, you can buy these cars at the time of this recording anyways. These cars are listed as available for Carrera Digital, which would be $75 a piece, which is a lot cheaper. So, we're just going to give our final thoughts on this set right now. Like, okay, we've been pretty snobbish for digital. Like, you and I, we don't like racing analog. Let's be real here.
But
this was definitely a lot of fun. I could say I had a lot of fun. Now, if I really got into it and started getting like gamey, like we got competitive, you probably want to have the digital option so you could like change lanes. But to do that with the default triangle layout, you definitely have to do some expanding. Like, you would need some more straights, you need more room, you'd probably have to make a completely different layout. I think this track on its own, though, I do think it's got a lot of life in it. Like, you could definitely change your layout too. It also, that's another big plus, is you can change the layout without buying anything else or like missing any pieces. Because usually when you're going to change your layout of one of these things, you wouldn't be able to use all your pieces, but this has that option. And yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun. It's a ball, honestly. It's a ball. It was a nice, refreshing take, racing on an oval. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy this. You'll play with this for a very long time. And, when you're ready to add more, you have that option. Like, that's the nice thing about this option. So, I guess what we're trying to say is, I'm just going to ask you this, because keep in mind the price, too. Like, digital is essentially double the price, because this is $300. The cheapest digital set is $520. So, I do think this is a very, very good value for its price. But I'm going to ask you about it. Like, what would you still recommend? Would you say to people you could get this Motodrome Racer, or start with a digital set? What would your personal take be?
It would still have to be digital, just because in terms of upgrading and getting more vehicles on the lanes, it's less of an investment afterwards.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you that I think both sets are fun. I do think having, it's just a lot easier, though. It's a lot easier on you mentally when you buy the digital set, just to be like, wait, because trust me, guys, you're gonna find Motordrome super fun, but the problem is you're going to want to have more than another person racing on it at a time. You want more than 2 people. And the second you want to do a 4-laner is the second you're going to say, I should have just bought digital.
And to be honest, guys, we've had customers buy the Motordrome and want to upgrade to digital.
Yeah, that's just happened a lot. So, we are going to definitely recommend Motodrome if that's, in your budget. If you really, really, really can't wait and save up some more money and get GT Race Battle, or its equivalent in the future, yeah, definitely you can buy this. And this is also a good set for people who already have a large selection of slot cars, because you're not going to want to do digital if you have a large existing slot car collection. But most people are just starting out in slot cars. This is the way to go if you want to have a more budget. I guess I'm just repeating myself. So anyways, yeah, we're gonna give Motodrome thumbs up from both of us, but we're just adding an asterisk to it that we still think you're better off buying digital. So this is Sunday Slot Cars.
We'll see you next time.